So we're going to continue in the metin of Al-Izzi. And what did he tell us so far? Where are we? Now we're talking about going from Al-Maldi, past tense verb, Thulathi, three original letters, Mujarrad, devoid of any extra letters. How to go from this form to Al-Mudari', present / future tense form. So I think that's clear for you. What did he tell us here? So far, what we covered was that if your Maldi has the pattern of fa'ala, fa'ala. By the way, if you want to have good handwriting, sometimes you need to pick your pen up. Writing on this tablet is slightly awkward for me. Just what did I do there? Fa'a, picked my pen up there, and then I came down like this. Fa'ala. If your Maldi past tense is having this pattern, then what he told us is that the Mudari' could have the pattern of Yaf'ulu. That's how he started, mentioning this one, Yaf'ulu, or Yaf'ilu. And examples were like Nasara Yansuru, Fa'ala Yaf'ulu, Nasara Yansuru, or like Daraba Fa'ala Yadribu, Fa'ala Yaf'ilu. And he said there's even a special case where you say for Fa'ala Yaf'alu, yani fatha in both cases. Fa'ala Yaf'alu, he told us that's when the ayn of the verb or the lam of the verb, when you say fa'ala, if the ayn or the lam have are from the throat, are throat letters, then the mudari' is going to be yaf'alu. And he gave us some examples like sa'ala, yas'alu. Here, the ayn of the verb is from the throat. In this case, fa'ala, sa'ala. So then, yas'alu with the fatha on that ayn, the ayn of the verb, which in this case is a hamza. The ayn of the verb, which in this case is a hamza. Or mana'a, mana'a, ayn is from the throat. Mana'a. So then you say yamna'u with fatha there. So now let's get back to the metin. He says, may Allah have mercy upon him. وَإِنْ كَانَ مَاضِيهِ عَلَى وَزْنِ فَاعِلٍ. Why I stopped on the sukoon here? Why did I put a sukoon there? Because I stopped. That's proper Arabic. And if it's past were on, yani having the pattern of fa'ila, maksur al-ayn, with the kasra on the ayn, with the ayn of the verb being given a kasra, with the ayn of the verb being given a kasra, فَمُضَارِعُهُ يَفْعَلْ بفتح العين, then its mudari' shall be yaf'al with a fatha on the ayn. Yani a fatha on the ayn. What does ayn mean here? Means original middle letter. That's clear for you, inshallah. Nahu, such as علم يعلم. علم فاعل. What's the مضارع؟ يعلم يفعل. إلا ما شذ. Except what? Deviated. Except what diverged. Yani. Except what was irregular. Shadda. We talked about shuduz. Irregularity. Anomaly. Min nahwi, such as hasiba yahsibu wa akhawatihi. And it's, what's that word that I just learned? Instead of its sisters. Now, here it says min nahwi. I didn't take it this way. My memory served me there because I'm just reading the metin. I'm just reading what's here in front of me. So I'm reading this and said min nahwi. I said, it doesn't seem right here. I don't remember that. Rather, take out min here. Nahwu hasiba yahsibu wa akhawatihi. Wa akhawatih. I forgot that word, subhanallah. So I'm going to say sisters. Like hasiba yahsibu and its sisters. So there's several benefits I want to get here with you, insha'Allah ta'ala. One of them is that you build your vocabulary. So should be that all the words here are clear for you. And this is a simple metin too. All these words are easy words. But yani, what I mean to say is, if anything's not clear for you, so make sure you ask so that you have all the words clear for you on the page that you're looking at. So that's one thing, vocabulary. That's the second thing, actually. The first thing is actually the topic at hand, learning the sarf. That's first priority. Another benefit that I want you to achieve, insha'Allah ta'ala, is building your vocabulary. Yani, to recognize this metin, to understand everything that's in there, as far as the words are concerned. And third thing is, especially for those of you who did follow in the nahu for as long as we went, now it's time. It's like, did you see that? Excuse me. Did you see that old movie, Karate Kid? So he's learning how to do some moves. He doesn't see how does it apply until his teacher tells him. Now, then he starts doing the karate with him, and he knows all the moves. So now it's time for you to try to implement, inshallah, see what's going on in the nahu too. These sentences are easy sentences. So he says, وَإِنْ كَانَ مَعْضِيهِ عَلَى وَزْنِ فَعِلٍ. If in kana مَعْضِيهِ, it's mildly. What's that pronoun there? What's it? The verb at hand. Yani, in question. وَإِنْ كَانَ مَعْضِيهِ, and if it's mildly were kana ala, upon wazni fa'il, the pattern of fa'il. So I want to point out to you, this is mudaf and mudaf ilayhi. Mildly, it's mildly, that's mudaf and mudaf ilayhi. Recognize that, inshallah. Ala wazni fa'il. Here you got ala, so that's why you got a kasra here. Ala wazni fa'il. So just want to point out some things like that. So it clicks for you. All comes together like Voltron, qad yuqal. All fits together. If the past tense were upon the wazn of fa'il maksur al-ayn, maksur al-ayn, so the pattern maksur, maf'ul, received, done to. Maksur al-ayn, the ayn is maksur, the ayn being the middle original letter, is maksur, given a kasra. فَمُضَارِعُهُ يَفْعَلْ. Then فَمُضَارِعُهُ, its مضارع is يفعل بفتح العين. بفتح العين. What do you have there? You have there حرف جر by فتحي. This is your اسم مجرور here. بفتح العين. And you have here, this whole thing is إضافة. With the fatih of the ayn, by a fatih of the ayn, the ayn being the middle original letter. The mudari' would be yaf'alu with the fatih. Yani, it means really by giving a fatih to the ayn, bi fathil ayn, you're doing something to the ayn there, giving it a fatha. Bi fathil ayn, nahwu alima ya'lamu, such as alima ya'lam. What does alima mean? Ya'lam, he knows or he shall know. Illa ma shadh, except what? Shadha, diverged. It went awry. It went off track. It deviated. Yani didn't go according to the consistent rule. It's an anomaly. Nahwu, such as hasiba yahsib instead of hasiba yahsab. The consistent rule is to say hasiba yahsabu, which you can say, but you can also say hasiba yahsib. Then if you go that way, that's shadh. Wa akhawatihi, and that class of verbs like that class of anomalous verbs whose pattern is fa'ila yaf'ilu. What are those? Now is not time to stop there. If you take an explanation of this book, then you can get more. They're going to tell you and list all of them for you. Now we just want to unravel the words. Hasiba means to count or to reckon, which means to think, to surmise. When I say count, means like counting numbers, and can mean to think, to calculate, and to reckon. Played. Any question? So then we saw how fa'ala, the mudari' of fa'ala, can be actually any one of yaf'ulu or yaf'ilu or yaf'alu. Now what we're taking is, what if the pattern of the verb is not fa'ala but fa'ila, such as alima? Then the qiyas, the consistent rule, is that the mudari' is going to be yaf'ilu. Yaf'alu. The mudari' is going to be yaf'alu. That's the consistent rule. So there, that's easier for you. Meaning, as a beginner, if you found yourself with a malbi that is fa'ala, then if you've learned this, so you just know the rule, but you don't have a lot of words though, then if you found yourself with a malbi that is fa'ala, then you're going to say, then the mudari' is yaf'ulu or yaf'ilu. Most likely. Unless it's anomalous because it doesn't have the throat letters here. So that's wider room for you to not be able to know which way to go. But if the malbi is fa'ila, then it's more likely for you to be correct. Like, what I mean is, you never heard the mudari' yet. All you heard was the malbi. So, for example, you heard the verb fahima, and first time you heard it, and you knew what it meant, and you're trying to speak Arabic, and now you want to say it as mudari'. and you learn this rule, then you're going to say, fahima should be yafhamu, unless it's shadh. So if a shadh means unlikely, it's going to be yafhimu. So then, yani, one might say, educated guess, you're going to say, well, the consistent rule is to say fa'ila yaf'alu, fahima yafhamu, and then you're probably going to be right there. But if it happens that you're dealing with one of those verbs that are shadh, then, which you still can say with the fatha, but, so is it clear what I'm saying, inshallah? Back to the matn. Then the author says, وَإِنْ كَانَ مَاضِيهِ, and if it's maudi, past tense verb, were عَلَى وَزْنِ فَعُل, upon the pattern of فَعُل, فَعُلَ, مَضْمُومَ الْعَيْنِ, with the ayn being given a dhamma, مَضْمُومَ الْعَيْنِ. So the wazin's soaking in for you there. You saw مفتوح العين, مكسور العين, مضموم العين. What wazn is that? مفعول, done to, received, receiver. فمضارعه يفعل, then its مضارع would be يفعل بضم العين, by giving a dhamma to the ayn, بضم العين, with a dam of the ayn, a dam with a dam of the ayn. Dam here means the act of giving the dam, the dhamma, the act of giving the dhamma. Because dam here is masdar, source noun. Source noun is the name of the act. بضم العين, with a giving a dam to the ayn. نحو حسن يحسن وأخواته, such as حسن يحسن, to be good or nice, يعني has an abstract meaning in that regard, or could mean to be beautiful. الحسن, الحسن is جمال, beauty. فهو حسن, this case فهو حسن, not Hasan. فهو حسن, so he is Hasan. It's as if Hasan here means Hasan, doer. So then, let's see the synopsis of all of what we're saying here. You have فعل and فعل and فعل, and you have يفعل and يفعل and يفعل. So how would the mudari' be for these maudis? So if it's فعل يفعل فاعل يفعل and فاعل يفعل. So how's the mudari' for these maudis? The synopsis of all of what we just said goes like this. فعل, its mudari' could be يفعل, under the case we talked about concerning the throat letters, or could be yaf'ilu or yaf'ulu. So what this means is being yaf'ilu or yaf'ulu, both of those are qiyas. And for each verb you need to hear one by one to know which mudari' goes with which maudi. And fa'ila, its mudari' as far as consistent rule is going to be yaf'alu, and it could be irregularly يفعل. Actually, let me just make an adjustment here. Because this one, فعل يفعل, has condition to be normal. And this one here, فعل يفعل, that's the one that's irregular. And you see, فعل, its mudari' would not be يفعل. But there is such a thing in Arabic as blending dialects. Just for your information. But yani, we're not doing that. And then fa'ula, its mudari' is exclusively yaf'ulu. So that's the synopsis of all of what we just read now and part of last week. And we're going to stop there. Do you have any question? Wa alaykum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Ameen wa fikum. Yes. So I just gave synopsis of today's lesson just now. How long you been listening in now? If you got it in the last 10 minutes, I just did synopsis. Fa'ala. So you have the maldi on the right side, past tense on the right side. Fa'ala or fa'ila or fa'ula. And you have the mudari' on the left side. Yaf'alu or yaf'ilu or yaf'ulu. So we looked at fa'ala first. How would its mudari' be? Normal case is that its mudari' is going to be, it's normal really. Anytime could be yaf'alu or yaf'ilu or yaf'ulu, but yaf'alu has a provision about throat letters. If those throat letters are there for fa'ala, then it's a consistent rule. It's a qiyas that you're going to say yaf'alu for the mudari'. If they're not there, then it's going to be shadh, like aba ya'ba. Talked about that last week. Then that's anomalous. Yes, mudari is the present tense or future tense. Present or future tense. If the maldi is fa'ila, then the normal rule, the qiyas, is for the mudari to be yaf'alu. And if it were yaf'ilu, then that's shadh, anomalous. And for fa'ula, the mudari is exclusively yaf'ul. That's the synopsis of all what we went over today and part of last week, which we reviewed today. Ameen wa iyyakum. Insha'Allah ta'ala. Ameen wa iyyakum. Subhanaka Allahumma wa bihamdik. أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك